Hello, my name is Corbin Ball. I'm a meetings technology analyst, and I've been looking at meetings technology full-time for the last 17 years. I've never seen a more exciting time than right now in terms of the explosion of new ideas, and the real driver there is mobile technology. Joining me today is Mathew Donegan-Ryan, who is a part of CrowdCompass, which is a division of Cvent, one of the leading mobile technology development companies around. And I'm very excited to welcome here, Mathew. It's glad to have you here.
Yeah, thanks, Corbin. Great to be with you again.
I am very excited about the potential for mobile technology and how it's going to change events. I think it's going to change meetings more in the next 5 years than the last 15 years. And I would like to hear, I'm really excited to hear about what some of your ideas are there. What are the hot areas of mobile app development?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, there's tons of them. If you look at the event space in general, each year there's all sorts of new technologies coming out, and different companies come up with fantastic ideas, and some event organizers tend to adopt them. Mobile apps is really the first time since probably online registration that everyone has said, hey, this is something that's going to be absolutely essential to our events. And so in the past, mobile apps have just been built, purpose-built for an individual event, and the trends that you're seeing now is mobile apps are now being built for a series of events. So, an event organizer can use the same app for multiple events.
What do you think in 4 years now, 3 or 4 years from now, they're mushrooming up all over the place. Where do you think things are going to be 3 or 4 years from now?
I think, whenever we're predicting the future, I try and look back, in our industry. As you know, I started in the event registration space, a decade ago. And back then, same kind of thing. There's hundreds of software companies building technology for events. And what's happened over time is, different ones have been acquired or gone out of business, but what planners typically want is they want a platform. They don't want to use a whole bunch of different piece solutions and put them together. They want to have one person to call, one piece of software, one content management system to learn, one point of contact, one bill to pay, and one person to yell at when everything goes wrong. Yeah. And so you'll see the same thing in the mobile space. The hundreds of companies will, it'll probably grow for a while and then it will contract pretty rapidly. It doesn't make sense for meeting planners to trust all of their data in a company that's very young or not profitable or not very stable. They want to go with a company that's secure. And so you're going to see some of these companies get acquired, some of them merge with each other, and some of them go out of business. And 3 or 4 years, you're probably, instead of having 100 companies, you're probably going to have 3 or 4 really good ones, and then another dozen that are kind of just going by just fine.
Well, as you mentioned, CrowdCompass is one that is tied in with Cvent, the major registration supplier. Some of the other top leading event guide app companies don't do that. How important is the tie-in with registration?
I think it's really important. I mean, if we look at all the companies building apps for events, not just us, everyone is going to offer some sort of integration or some sort of API to allow meeting planners to connect whatever databases they're using.
And that's pretty common right now. But do you think that an actual link into it, does that make it better, or is there a benefit just directly from that, having that part of the same company?
Yeah, I mean, you can only, with an integration with 2 different companies, they can only be so connected. Yeah. You really want them to be architected in the same way, and you want them to play with each other really, really well. So you're going to see the larger event technology companies either start to develop their own mobile apps or acquire these companies. I think the strategy for some of them right now is partnering with multiple mobile app companies while they wait to see which one is the most successful for their clients. But in 5 years from now, you're not going to buy your event registration and your sponsorship management and your speakership management and your hotel sourcing solutions from 5 different companies. You're going to get them from one company. The